Welcome to the In Shape Fitness Show. I'm Kim Watkins and I will be your trainer for this workout, which we're calling the Metabolism Accelerator. And what that basically means is that we're going to be doing a routine today, all equipment-free routine of 20 moves, and they will specifically, in combination with each other, be designed to help you boost your metabolism as you fight your way towards that body you want for the warmer weather, the bikini body that you want for the summer, and the tone muscles and just the good feeling you will have once you start shedding all of those layers from the winter that we've been dealing with here in New York City. It's been snowing today and I'm very pleased to be inside and out of the cold. So why don't you stand on up for me? Get your shoulders back. The first move is actually just called a standing plank. And really all we're going to be doing for the first 2 minutes is focusing on your breathing pattern. You really want to focus on taking breath in through your nose deeply, expanding using your diaphragm to expand your belly, and then exhaling deeply through your mouth. So bring your hands in front of your body at chest level, press your palms together, and working your way down your body, focus on the contraction of all of your muscles. Your shoulders are back and your back is straight. Your tailbone is tucked in so that your pelvis is perfectly vertical. Draw in your belly button towards your spine and then sort of scoop that lower abdominal area in and up as you contract your pelvic floor muscles and do a series of Kegels. And we're going to start the 30 seconds now. And then just make sure your feet are touching, your legs are contracting, the muscles in your legs are all fully contracted. Squeeze your butt cheeks. You've got a few more seconds. Again, this is a standing plank. All of the moves that you're going to do, the entire workout is going to follow this sort of instructional pattern where there's about 30 seconds of instruction, which you can consider kind of downtime in between each of the moves, and then 30 seconds of the movement part. So you do get a bit of a break in between each move. Okay, the next is a march in place. Your body is already ready, so just go ahead and start marching. I'm going to go ahead and start the clock with 30 seconds, lifting the knees up to the hips and swinging your arms forward and back. Make sure you're swinging your arms forward and back. And make sure that you keep the back straight. Make sure that you continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you're really aerobically fit already, you can add a little hop at the top, kind of like a skip in place. You've got 10 more seconds. Good. Now extend your arms out to your sides and start making arm circles, big circles with your arms at the shoulder level. You want a straight arm, no bend in the elbow, and you want to move slowly with control. You're also going to kick your heels up to touch your butt. Activate those hamstrings. I'm going to start the 30 seconds now. This will be our last warm-up move officially. Very good. Keep it going. Keep breathing. We're going to start putting everything into place here. The workout will include a little bit of everything. So you really want to focus on your breathing, focus on your foot position. I will guide you through those audible commands that you need in terms of where your feet should be placed, and of course the precision of your movement. The first move of the workout is a squat down, reach up. We are leading into, and we will be doing quite a bit of burpees. So this is kind of a modified version. You're just going to squat all the way down, put your hands on the floor beside your feet, get that butt down. You want to tuck your knees up under your chest, like kind of making a ball out of your body. So as you stand up, you're going to press your heels into the floor, contract your glutes, and then reach all the way up with your arms, with your hands, and then squat back down and touch the floor again. Continue with this. We're going to start the time now, 30 seconds. And keep your abs engaged. Again, you really don't want to bend over too far. You don't want your chest or your shoulders to be lower than your behind, than your glutes. So try to get those glutes down. That requires that you bend the knees, and that it can be uncomfortable. So if for some reason you're having a hard time with this, don't touch the floor, right? As you warm up, you'll probably be able to get a little bit lower each time. Go ahead and Stand up now completely. Let's go through what we're going to do for the next move, which is a progression of this previous one. It's called a modified burpee. So you're going to squat all the way down, put your hands on the floor beside your feet again. Then you're going to walk one foot all the way out to extended straight position, and then the other. So this is push-up position or a plank on your hands. Now you're going to bring your feet back up underneath your body, and then stand all the way up and reach up again. You're only going to do 2 or 3 of these in 30 seconds. And let's start that 30 seconds now. You can guess, if you follow my workouts, you probably can guess that the next move is going to be the full Monty burpee, where you jump your feet back and jump your feet forward. And if that's impossible for you to do, definitely continue with the walking. You've got 8 more seconds with the walking burpee, or the modified burpee that we're doing now, where you step one leg out and then the other. And let's now crank it up again. We're going to do the full Monty burpee. So keep going. You should definitely keep going regardless of whether you're changing to the jumping burpee or continue to walk. 30 seconds starts now. If you're jumping, you squat all the way down, jump your feet back, then jump them forward immediately, and then stand all the way up and reach up before you go back down again. Very good. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to, step on the brakes in just a second here. Do a couple of non-moving moves, if you will, in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, stand up. No matter where you are in your move, just stand on up and stabilize your weight on your right leg. Bring your hands together back into prayer position in front of your chest. Now, lift your left foot up off the floor, slide it up the shin, up the side of the calf, rather the side of the leg, and we're going to do a tree pose. Let's start the 30 seconds. Make sure with your right leg, contract all those muscles. Pretend that right leg is a tree trunk. Did I say 30 seconds is going? I can't remember, but it is. So if you're not already doing this, then definitely get your leg in the right position. If you are stable on your right leg, lift the left leg up even higher. You can get above the knee. That would be fantastic. Halfway finished. Breathe. Press into the floor with your toes and your heel. All 4 corners of the foot is how you should envision the way that you connect with your floor surface. Keep your back straight. Keep these abs engaged. Now switch. We're going to do 30 seconds on the left foot, which if you're right-handed, and I know 90% of you are, this is going to be a harder endeavor, so a more challenging move. But stabilize your weight on your left leg. Bring that right leg up. Let's start the 30 seconds. Keep the shoulders back. Always with posture, your ears and your shoulders should should exist in the same vertical line. So if you find that you're kind of bending forward, or your head is sort of tilting forward a lot because you're looking down at your feet, focus on getting that head back and positioning your ears so that they're in line with the shoulders. That's a really good habit to get into. It also helps get your shoulders back. Sometimes when you sit at a desk all day, the tree pose is over, by the way. When you sit at a desk all day and type, your hands are forward, but that's anatomically incorrect. You want your shoulders to be open, the chest to be open, in order to maintain the proper posture and the proper level of strength in order to function in everyday life. All right, we're going to just do an alternating forward lunge next, and that means you're going to take a big step out with your right foot so that you can make 2 90-degree angles with your feet without the front knee going past the tips of the front toes. Then that lowers your body straight down. Keep your abs engaged the entire time, and then push off that right leg back to start and repeat with the left leg. Your hands can be on your hips or out to the sides. Time starts now. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Keep your abs engaged. Keep the tailbone tucked in. Another position or postural issue a lot of people have is this forward tilt of the pelvis, which causes your butt to kind of stick out a little bit, and it puts pressure on your lower back. So if you find that you and there are a lot of trainers, a lot of individuals out there that can help you evaluate this. If you find that you have that forward tilt of your pelvis, you really should start thinking about how you can adjust that. It can be done, by the way. All right, next up is a walk out push-up. So now you're going to bend over, hinging at your hip a little bit. You can bend your knees a bit as you put your hands on the floor. Keep your feet in one position, a couple of inches apart with your pinky toes and heels in line. Now walk your hands out. You're in push-up position. Bend both elbows and do one single push-up, which everyone can do, even if it's kind of a very minimal one. Then walk your hands all the way back and then stand all the way up, keeping your back straight, using your butt cheeks. Really contract those glutes in order to get your torso back to the fully standing erect position. Let's start the time now. Good. The changing in directions is a really, really helpful trick of the trade for keeping your heart rate up without taxing too much in terms of well, it does work. It works a lot of different muscles. You're actually working a fair amount here where you're using your shoulders and your back and your biceps to do a push-up. And of course, you're having to use your glutes and your hamstrings, your hips and your quads to squat down or to lift the body back up. So you're doing a lot of muscle work, but the actual change in directions allows your workout routine to maintain a high level of aerobic output without a lot of like running around and jumping and stuff, which we are going to do some jumping, I think. Are we going to do some jumping later on? No, we're not doing any jumping today. I wrote this workout. I should know this. Okay, go ahead and lower your body down to the floor. You have actually graduated to the cat-camel move, which is a yoga pose. Get some flexibility work in here. Open up the spine a little bit. So bring your hands down on the floor right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are right underneath your hips. So they're spread out a little bit, but not too far. And then drop your head like a bowling ball and round up the spine like a scared cat. Your goal should be to get that middle top part of your back, the thoracic area of your back, as high up in the air as possible. Now, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift your head and your chest and squeeze your lower back. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. As you exhale, go back to the scared cat. Drop your head like a bowling ball. Round up the spine again as high as possible. And now invert the spine one last time. Bring your head up, your chest up. Squeeze your lower back. Very nice. All right, now neutralize your back. Make sure it's all flattened out. And remember, the shoulders, what we're going to do next is a bird dog. You want your shoulders and your hips to stay horizontal completely at all times. You don't want to lift the moving limbs, shoulder or hip in the process of moving. So try to keep that flat back the entire time. You're going to extend your right arm straight out so that your bicep is close to your ear. And at the same time, extend the left leg back straight. So you're making one line, extending the distance, expanding the distance between the tips of the toes and your fingers. This works the paraspinal muscles, which are little muscles that connect the vertebra along your spine underneath the trapezius muscle, that big flat back muscle that's on the, just basically on the top of your back. Okay. And you're alternating. 30 seconds is going. I'm wasting precious time thinking about the muscle that was there. Sorry. So go ahead and breathe. Exhale as you extend out. Inhale as you bring your limbs back underneath your body and alternate the two sides. We're going to have another 5 seconds or so. So finish the one that you're on. Really expand that distance, stretch out as much as you can. And now bring yourself back to the hands and knees pose. And we're going to do a fire hydrant. We're actually going to do a couple moves here on your hands and knees, working the leg, the lateral aspect of the leg, and your butt muscles. So you're stable on your left leg. Now, lift the right knee out and up without lifting your hip too far. then slowly lower it back down. Pay particular attention to the apex, how you control your motion. You don't want to switch directions and then let gravity do all of the work going down. And you also don't want momentum building up. 30 seconds is starting now, by the way. You're just lifting up, pause for a sec, then lower down slowly. This we call the fire hydrant. I doubt if I need to tell you why. I giggle whenever I talk about it. It's just a dog, and a fire hydrant. That's probably all I need to say. And I probably didn't need to say that. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to lift up the knee again. We're going to call this one a fire hydrant kick because you're going to lift up that knee, then extend the leg out straight with a flexed foot. So right knee up, right foot kicks out, but not like a kick, like a forceful one. A smooth move until your leg is completely straight out to the side, then bend the leg, then put the leg back down. All right, let's start the 30 seconds. We're 16 minutes and counting here on this workout, and we're going to finish up with this fire hydrant kick and then repeat those same 2 moves on the other leg. And then we have 4 more moves after that. So you'll be finished fairly soon. Keep your head up, keep breathing. Couple more. These are pretty intense. If you're lifting up high enough to really feel that contraction up at the top part of your butt, you may be hating me right now. Okay, but you are switching legs. So stabilize your weight now on the right leg. And let's move the left. First, just lift the left knee up, out to the side, pause at the top, and then lower down. Time starts now. You should be exhaling as you lift the leg up, inhaling as you return to the hands and knees position, and you're about halfway finished. Very, very nice. It's March Madness, and typically I refer to March in shape as March Metabolic Madness, and this is no exception. This month is no exception for that. We'll be doing a lot of metabolically intense workouts for the next couple of weeks. Okay. Let's add the kick now. So now you're lifting up the knee, kicking the foot out, then bending the leg and putting the leg back down. Time starts now. Really, the key to sustaining the high level of metabolism, like firing up the engines and keeping them going all day long so that you can, burn through everything you're taking in and some. Starting to convert some of any stored fat you have in your body to usable energy. The key to it is, number one, I guess it depends on how you start your day. If you start thinking about this in terms of when you wake up, you're finished, by the way. Go ahead and turn your body over and sit down on your butt while I finish this explanation of your metabolism. Is to wake up well rested, drink water, work out immediately, which is why these workouts are so helpful, because you can do them in your bare feet in your living room. You don't need a gym. You don't need special clothes. Nothing matters. And then to eat within an hour of waking up, and eat well in the morning. Everything else, you can probably slide a little bit here and there, but those 4 variables, if you will, are super imperative. Okay. Lift your butt up into the air with your hands on the floor, fingers facing forward, knees bent, feet on the floor, pinky toes and heels in line. You're in tabletop position now, and you're going to do crab kicks. So lift up the right knee, kick out the right foot, put the foot back down on the floor in the same position, lift up the left knee, then kick out the left foot, and then put it down and repeat. Time starts now. Keep the hips up high. Do not stop. These last couple of moves will be very important. In fact, we're going to go fairly quickly through them because I want your heart rate to get back up a little bit and benefit from the end of this workout. These are some really fun moves. Some of my favorite moves, in fact. The crab kick is what we call this one. And we're going to do a tricep dip on the floor. Keep it going for another 10 seconds. Okay, now you can stop kicking, press your toes into the floor. So really focus on where you're connecting your energy to your floor. Your pinky toes and heels are in line. All 4 corners of each of your feet should be pressing into the floor. Don't let your toes come up. They're going to want to, because your quad wants to take over and do all of the work. And that's what will happen, and that in the lower back, if your toes come up. When your toes are down, the back of the leg is engaged, and you want to keep that especially for this next move, because now you're going to do a tricep dip. You're going to bend your elbows, lowering the body close to the floor, and then exhale and press back up, working the tricep. But you don't want all of your body weight on the top part of your body split with the quad. You really want to distribute your body weight a little bit better. So really focus on that toe placement. Time starts now. Tricep dips. You are doing super well, by the way. Almost finished. Let's go for another 15 seconds. I know, they're hard. The tricep is such a small, little lonely muscle. He doesn't get very much activity or action. And lots of women don't like the backs of their arms, because that's an additional place where females in general, or as a populace, tend to accumulate additional fat cells, additional tissues that are a result of imbalanced intake. So they're hard, but they're good for you, I promise. Okay, put the butt down on the floor now. Let's do a sculling crunch. So keep your hands on the floor. Lift your feet up off of the floor and bring the knees into your chest. Extend your legs straight out and continue on that little pattern. Just bring the knees in, extend them out. Don't put your feet down. Time starts now. This is the second to the last move. It's a sculling crunch. We're going to finish up with a Russian twist. And I love these 2 moves. If you are feeling strong and dandy, go ahead and lift your hands up off the floor and do a few of these without any hands on the floor. That's pretty hard. You can also stop at pause at the extended leg position for what we call a canoe or boat pose. And that's quite intense. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now bring your knees sort of up a little bit. You're going to have your heels on the floor. Your toes are up. And now you're going to twist. You're going to lean back to have the torso about 45-degree angle from the floor. You're going to twist to the right, twist to the left. Make sure you touch the floor on each side. Last 30 seconds. Go ahead. Keep breathing. Don't make yourself dizzy going too fast, too quickly. So just take your time. A few more seconds. Last 10. Very nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good job. Congratulations. You definitely have my permission to skip the gym without the guilt today. So make this workout part of your regular routine, and you never need to go back into the gym. I promise you. I promise. I am Kim Watkins from InShape Fitness, and if you have any questions regarding these moves, or this workout, you can visit our website, inshape-fitness.com. There is a quick reference of all of the moves on our website, and it will be there all week long. You can also visit with me, join me on Monday morning for a brand new muscle maintenance workout series. That podcast, the Level 1 workout, will be on Monday, March 11th. And I will see you next week for another new InShape Fitness show. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. I will see you soon.